Lovely. So we're here today at the Brangwyn Hall event in Swansea. We're here with Daniel Francis from Vote Boxing.
That's it, yeah.
Talk to us. Obviously, you were the matchmaker for a lot of these fights. What are the fights to look forward to? Sell us some of these fights. Tell us why we should be watching.
Yeah, it's got a great card tonight. You know, it's local Welsh talent coming down, obviously across Wales, trying to bring Welsh boxing, the small old shows onto the map. You know, we've got two females co-main event in the main event in the fight tonight. So we got Ashley Johnson who's main eventing against a good foreign away fighter. Then you've got Victoria Perkins who's co-main event against Lindsay. And then we've got another stat card of like good solid journeymen and away fighters coming on the show to keep the show going. You know, Ben Crocker who's coming to make 12-0, Willie Gilhaney who's coming in here at 2-0 to make it 2-0 tonight. You've got Morgan McIntosh making his debut. You've got Josh Melly making his debut, and also then you've got Aaron Bird in a tough fight, I believe, against Ben Thomas. You know, Ben Thomas is known for being a tough away fighter. You know, he knocked out Josh Clowes in his last fight. You know, so it's going to be a really good tough card, and I think it's got a lot of good fights tonight. You know, a lot of good potential to build these guys up into title fights, which we want to do towards our last show in November here at the end of the year. You know.
So obviously you mentioned Victoria Perkins. She's fighting an opponent who took Karis Arengstall, for example, for a points decision. How difficult a challenge is that going to be for her at this point in her career? Or do you see her, you know, getting that win and going on to better things?
You know, Victoria's a talented fighter. You know, she's been brilliant. You know, she's had plenty of fights coming in as well from kickboxing. You know, she's a multiple weight world champion in kickboxing. She's done that many times. You know, so I think if she can use that skill that she's got from kickboxing, the experience she's developed there to come into the boxing ring, she should get through this fight okay and move on to bigger and better things. You know, hopefully, you know, there's plans down the line, you know, Welsh titles for females and everything like that. You know, so fingers crossed she gets through this fight tonight and then moves on to the bigger and better fights further on down the line. You know, Victoria herself is, you know, she's managed by the Nielsen family, Kyle Nielsen and everything. You know, she's backed by a good manager. You know, they've got doing big things in boxing themselves now, the Nielsens. You know, so she's got the backing to go a long way in the sport.
And then you talk about these big events or these hall events in Wales. How important are those for Welsh boxing? I mean, me and Ben were talking earlier, and a lot of the Welsh titles are vacated at the moment. Is that something you guys have in mind? Do you want to put more and more of these events on and really, you know, boost Welsh boxing as high as it can go?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to do. You know, the shows in boxing in Wales. There's not, as you know, there hasn't been that many over the years. You know, there's been a few put on by Mo Pryor and Richie in the past. Obviously, Richie's doing the promotion on his own now. But I think these shows are massive for the fighters within Wales, you know, to get the opportunities that they deserve. You know, the Welsh title isn't fought for that much, let's be honest. But that's what we want to do. We want to change it to where it is being fought for. You know, there is Welsh champions, there is people defending the Welsh title on shows, so you can get it out there as well. You know, it's not fought for as much as the English title is or anything like that, but it needs to be. You know, it should be for these Welsh boxers. You've got all these small hall boxers at the moment who are making their way in the trade, you know, to try and make it to the big time, but they're not getting the opportunities because people say they're from Wales, but that shouldn't be the case. You know, there's a lot of talent and a lot of talented pool in the Welsh boxing, in the sport of boxing in Wales, and I think they all deserve the opportunities to be able to show that talent in front of good crowds and in nice little venues like this. You know, I know it's not the York Hall, but it reminds me a bit of the York Hall. You know, it's old. You know, it's got that feel about it. You know, it's a nice venue. You know, it gives them that experience of having a nice long ring walk and everything like that. So I think it's a great opportunity for them to have that experience before they end up on the big stage. You know, we've got Crocker on here tonight. He's making it 12-0 tonight. He's not far off, you know, the next stage of his career. And there's many people on this card who will be make big fights later on down the line, you know.
And then last but not least, obviously yourself working for Vote Boxing, you guys got a boxer on your cards at the minute that you think people really need to keep an eye open for, someone, a name that you think will go right to the very top?
Yeah, you know, myself, I'm one of the directors of Vote Boxing, and we're a management company along with Latif Mohammed, who's been involved in the sport for a long time, and the other director as well, Joe Yarrell. They're both based up in England, in Doncaster. But yeah, we've got 3 boxers on our books at the moment, as in home fighters. We've got Rayan Musa, super talented, fought Jordan Granham in his debut. He's fighting on the 2nd of March on the VIP show in Bolton. He's fighting Dan Belcher, who is a Rich Farnham fighter who's making his debut. We got Ishi Khan, who's going to be making his debut very shortly as well. And we're in the process of working behind the scenes with Ibrahim Kola as well, a flyweight who is actually trained by Peter Fury. So, you know, there's a lot of special talent. We also manage a heavyweight from Norway who is 4-0 at the moment, soon to be 5-0. He's fighting out in Germany, but he's looking to come over to the UK as well to come into the away corner, but you know, to make a name for himself and get the opportunities. You know, but like I said, working with these guys, we've got something brilliant going on. You know, Rayan, Ishi, you know, the goal is world champion for all of them. You know, they've all got the skills and the capabilities to make it that far, and hopefully as a team we'll get there. You know.
Brilliant, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.